Welcome to another Hearthstone video. Today we have a deck prepared that is a special one. It's been gaining popularity steadily since the release of the expansion, and we have finally peer pressured ourselves into trying it out. It's the Big Druid. It's one of the more popular versions that is currently being played on ladder. Deliver to you the report, the goods on how much water this deck actually holds, and is it viable for the absolute top tiers so far. Pretty good win rates, but is there some weaknesses to be figured out there? We'll try it out. We'll give it a go. On the ladder, we're playing at a very high rank. We're playing top diamond ranks, so let's see if we can make something happen with this and push this deck to its limits. All right, we have mage, so we're probably expecting. That was wind mage. Yeah, we're probably expecting tempo or like a Highlander, more control version. I think we kick everything here. By the way, isn't Jaina Frost Mage? Actually, is she Frost spec wise for 1000 Wind Portal Fire?
That's what people have been saying basically the moment they released that.
Really?
Yeah, I suppose we might as well play Strength and Numbers.
Yeah, play Strength and Numbers. We're gonna recruit big stuff.
Double Inner Weight is just a fun card to have, just a fun thing to have on hand. Though it used to be a lot better. I remember the days when you could just draw Double Inner Weight in the 5-drop and you would just go.
Yeah. Go turn 1 coin Innervate Yeti and your opponent would resign. I wasn't even there when that happened. That's how long ago that is. Alright, also he's got Quest. What is your power? So it might be the alt spell mage.
Me go face.
Yes.
That's not what this deck does, by the way, but in this case,
not really.
It made sense.
If there's nothing better to do. The Innervates aren't great at the moment. Also, like, this card, like, it doesn't say, like, starts in your hand, but it's kind of what it does. We'll draw here, that's a good one. We'll probably try to get a big minion out quickly with those double Innervates, and get the quest almost done, try to overrun him a little bit before he can get too much of anywhere.
Due to the large minions in this deck, we basically just have to play 2 of them to finish the quest.
Yeah. Overgrowth would be an amazing draw. Like, Overgrowth would be fantastic, because next turn already we get the big stuff now. Basically play Sarah.
Well, there's an Explorer that we could innervate out.
Yeah, let's play this. I think we have to put something in the way. Discover Dragon too, so...
Which Ysera do we want?
Do we want either Ysera?
Don't tell me you actually want your Fairy Dragon.
Okay, what do we play next turn? Like, hopefully Ironbark, of course, but... let's get Ysera Unleashed, why not? Because we might get... With 2 of them, we might actually get a couple of turns where we just fill the board back-to-back just with portals, which is good.
Like, draw a card. I mean, summon 7 minions and draw a card.
Yeah, we'll take it. 7 dragons.
Yes, but, you know, full board is full board.
Full board of dragons is better than a full board of most random stuff.
Yes.
Typically.
Oh, polymorph.
Alright. To be expected. Optimally, right now, we draw a minion that we can play. And get the quest done.
There is a minion we can play.
Let's do it. Let's just do it.
It's not exactly how that was meant to go, but, you know.
We gotta keep recruiting here. That's a good one.
And we can summon random beasts now. Or, well, random 3-drop beasts, I think it was. Yes.
Yeah,
because there's so many
and it's
of
like
those.
desert. It's desert hair every time, so this card is completely useless. But because it's a big card and it's a druid, we'll play it.
It could be Iron for a Grizzly.
It could be Iron for
or
a Grizzly.
what's his face? The bad one. Patriarch.
Silverback
Patriarch. Yeah.
It can, however, not be Misha, which is just a 10 times better Iron for a Grizzly. It can also not be Hoffer or the Leok, the other one. He did put some reasons for getting rid of this, though. It doesn't want any of it. Understandable. That's just hero power. We can't do that, unfortunately. No minion to play is sort of weak sauce. Let's hit face. Kind of not
Evasive
being able
Dragon
to be
invades our Ironbark.
I think like cannot be targeted by spells is like the best keyword you can have against mage. And priest.
Yes,
sort of.
except there is one that is just straight up better, and that is only you can target this with spells.
Oh yeah. Maybe that's not as common.
No, there is
Maybe
literally just
spell.
one card. I believe it's Shimmering Corsair. I think that's what it's called.
That's what it's called. Yeah. Is there a new one actually? Was there a new one that came out this year? Those new ones, or at least one.
I can't think of one, but there might be.
What was it called? Yeah, there was definitely another one. I forget what it's called, but there's one. Alright. How to beat this without spells. 2 Frostbolts on hand, a Polymorph, and 2 Fireballs.
Double Flame Strike.
Yeah. Exactly.
Dart Frog is a start.
Frog. Yeah, Frog is good. Let's just play this Twin Tyrant. Run him over a little bit. We can use the Bog Beam, kick the frog or whatever left.
Do we kill the Solarian with the Bog Beam?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We don't want like stupid burst damage we'd face.
I suppose we only Iron Bark on our turn if the minion can attack, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Because like we could do it now, but it's like we don't need the taunt.
We have a taunt. We don't need it at the moment.
And
maybe
like
Sarah next turn. And
extra
just us up
damage maybe, but otherwise
for some good stuff.
Oh, Sarah is gonna be fun. If we
And
even
then he's
get to
like,
that
wow.
point.
Man, he had his Sarah on the starting hand. What bad luck for me. And then turn 10 comes around. And we just play it again. Maybe.
Oh boy. Wait, is it just... Okay, I'll take it.
What in the world was that?
I think it's just trying to keep damage off his face, but still, that is a bit of a desperate move either way.
Gross. Just play Sarah in his face. Like, what is he gonna do?
Do we not take out...
That's Iron Bark too.
Do we not take out Kelthus?
Do we? Okay, that's Iron Bark on the 410 at least. But, okay, so like realistically, what's Kelthus gonna do to us? That's the thing.
A Pyroblast, maybe? I don't know. I mean, we're probably not gonna die off of it, but it's like we're gonna win next turn.
I mean, it's still he needs to remove it somehow, and he can't use the hero power. Let's do it. Play very safe here. We try to win.
That's what I was saying, right? Like we can play it safe. We have a huge board. We might as well not risk anything.
Second Ysera coming up. Easy life. We gotta be careful not to burn portals. Alright.
Oh my. That's gonna do a lot.
Yeah, there's gonna be 3 puzzle boxes today. We're gonna see the discard. That was very good, yeah. Do you want to play Ysera again, or do we play the 10 drop?
Let's see. Do we...
I'd say just quest Ysera, right?
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, there we go. All the spells, get them out of here. Let's do it. Does that also do the wild growth thing?
I don't actually know.
Well, we might see it, but maybe not this game.
I mean, if we actually win next turn, even when playing it, we can test it out if our opponent doesn't already concede.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of circumstances that need to go exactly correct.
But winning next turn seems plausible, though.
Our opponent not conceding if we win directly on board, though, is... well, okay.
Okay, now we don't win directly, at least.
Well,
so
yeah, but we also don't have any other way of winning definitively, right? No. There's not a charge ring, is there?
No. A lot of portals coming in, we just take it easy here, clear stuff up. We like that one. Oh, Bob Beam's good, though. It's only minions, right? Unfortunately. Yes. I mean, let's just play the taunt and recruit another thing. Make sure he knows there's nothing. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah. Get the Hogger out of here.
Hogger is just way too annoying. He's not strong or anything. It's just like we don't want to have to hit a taunt every turn.
You want to deal with the Hogger situation, definitely. That's one of the introductory quests in Elwyn too. Deal with the Hogger situation. Alright, single frostbolt. Ice block on the game. It's easy.
Quest, play 20 spells.
Oh, yeah.
Get like 50 gold or something, yeah.
Let's see a Deathwing, huh? That's for growth. Don't be counterspell. Okay, thank you. It does actually do it, okay.
But it only gives us one, though.
Yeah. Okay, let's just win. Easy, man. Alright. So that was good. That went well. We used the inner evades really well on this one. Let's try and do another one. Alright, priest. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. We could meet our match in terms of producing big stuff here. This might not be good.
Oh, my oof thought was more like domestic violence, but sure.
We'll just keep strength in numbers. Is domestic violence confirmed?
Well, I mean, they are married and they're gonna be beating up on each other, so, you know.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. I recently saw like a meme which was like the entire history of Warcraft in one picture, and it was just the picture of the woman screaming at the cat and being held back by her friend, and it's like it was like Tyrande is the woman screaming at Illidan, who's the cat, and Malfurion is the other one. And they just photoshopped the faces over top of them.
It would be so good if we had a dragon, because we could breath now, overgrowth next turn.
Yeah, it's just hero power.
I'm so
we can
disappointed.
coin the overgrowth. We can coin the overgrowth. We got it all.
I am still highly disappointed.
Yes, yeah. That
Also,
would have
is it
been
just me, or is like
ramp.
one of the strength and numbers that you run in your deck just a regular quest always, not a side quest?
Pretty
basically.
much, yeah.
Like, it feels like you always have on a starting hand, right?
Oh, it's coin overgrowth.
That's not the coin. That's the coin.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, the Albatross actually fucks with us just a little bit.
Slightly, but it's not a huge problem.
Like, finishes strength and numbers, summons a 1/1.
Yeah. You can just get some minions up before he reses the Albatross a million times, and then we have problems.
Do we Wrath or draw? Because if we draw a dragon, we can then breath. Otherwise, we could even swipe the Bone Wraith if we really wanted to. That's another breath.
No.
Do we swipe it? That seems wasteful, right?
Yeah, let's do it, whatever. I mean, you can hero power next turn then. Try to deal with it. Not good though, we need some kind of minions we can play. I mean, Cyanide we can play next turn, so that's good at least. That gets us most of the quest done. This, by the way, is like the worst card in Hearthstone. Like, that's factually true.
Ever heard of Obsidian Statue?
No, not even close. Wait a second, do we play that?
I mean, you said we were gonna do it, I don't...
But do we do it now? I mean, okay, let's do it. Hit and kick the Bone Wraith.
It's like Rush Wind Fury, you know, get rid of both of them.
Alright, let's do that.
I thought. We could also go like Rush Taunt and just hit the Bone Wraith, but the result's gonna be the same.
Let's do Rush Wind Fury. Do proactive. Now, Convincing Infiltrator is right now the worst card in Hearthstone. It's disgusting. And there it is again.
Oh, there we go!
Alright. We don't really need the mana crystals, but let's play Explorer now, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, we could have played Explorer either way, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Spelk?
Get Ysera here.
Or Ysera?
I think Ysera here, right? We want to play big minion in return. We need to, like,
would have
the way
actually
to
had some
win
pretty
is...
good synergy with a Mount Seller, but, you know.
Yeah, we kind of somehow need to run him out of resources. So that we can get some turns off where he doesn't res all his taunt.
Yeah, we should also probably see that we use the Mount Seller a couple of times optimally before the infiltrator dies, so we like optimize the targets.
Yeah, I want to spam small stuff.
I was about to say or not, but there is in theory another one.
We could play it in breath.
I supply only the finest creatures.
Isn't that great?
Sure.
We
Yeah,
got rid of
2
one
beasts.
Albatross from the deck. Which is good, because we could potentially draw another strength in numbers.
And that's an infiltrator turn. Or a target, maybe.
Yes. That is
Alright,
well.
so is the way we win this by fatigue only, or?
No, because we're gonna fatigue first, aren't we? We have less cards right now.
Yeah.
And
What
with
else is there?
big ol' whelp and strength in numbers, we're not exactly looking to not draw.
But we can't win value either because of his Galakrond, so what way is there to win?
I mean, I'm not sure if there is one.
Let's play Sarah.
Not the big taunt.
I think he's Sarah because he can't kill his infiltrator on that.
Fair enough.
At least
Oh,
reliably.
do we give a taunt?
Yeah.
Ah, Nightmare.
Right, Nightmare.
If we can stick a minion, and he somehow doesn't have a taunt, and we get enough Nightmares...
It's not gonna happen. That's the problem. He'll never not have taunts.
If we swipe, we don't have a minion to play alongside is the problem.
No.
Is it just play either the taunt or Alex opponent's face, I suppose?
Let's play the Colossus and just hit. Either way, we have taunt at least.
That went well,
Yeah, that's better for sure.
because we get another card. And it's another
And we need
Nightmare.
this.
I'm telling you, man.
We might need like a big time Nightmare burst.
I'm telling you, we're gonna play Alex and like a million Nightmares, and we're just gonna win.
Yeah. That's no way.
Well, when I say a million, I mean 2, so we need a minion with, what? 10 attack?
We can still get another Ysera off of like Explorer, so we can discover more nightmares. Maybe. Let's play
It
this
seems like
taunt.
it's
We need to really
Colossus
watch. Yeah, we need to really watch our health, by the way. But it's nice. I mean, it's not like we can do anything, of course.
The funniest thing would be if we somehow won with like a huge Nightmare Albatross.
Yeah, doubt it. Strongly doubt it.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen, but it would be funny if it did. What was that good for?
To get it under four health, I guess. All right, I guess we'll trade and kill it. Yeah.
Or do a Wrathful Draw and swipe phase?
I think we want to play Drachnid, right? So let's put 3 in it. Trade, play Drachnid,
And of course the Albatross.
and the bird. Gotta be sure about the bird.
Dude, I'm telling you, that
So right
Albatross
now,
is gonna lead
so
us
right
to
now,
victory.
Alex double Nightmares one off, right? If nothing happens, okay, there we go.
Yes, I know.
That's the game.
That's what
the
I
game.
thought too.
Let's kill the Reborn.
So do we start drawing? In like the least practical way possible?
We could also resign this game, but yeah, let's draw. Why not? I don't see what really can save us, but let's try it. I don't play this. Yeah.
Armor, very important.
I think this is not a good matchup, it seems. I mean, obviously it's not a good matchup. We knew this right from the start.
Yeah, Galakron, well, specifically the Priest Galakron is a bit of a value machine. Hey, Holy Nova doesn't hit face anymore. Isn't that something? Huh. Tyrant Hero Power Pass?
I mean, just concede for God's sake. Over.
I would like to think that there's always a very slim chance. I mean,
very slim.
The thing is, Ysera and Explorer both have the chance to make random stuff happen, and when random stuff is possible...
in a tournament, you play it, and you probably rope every turn, just hoping your opponent has a heart attack or something. But on the ladder, you probably resign. Well, we'll treat it like a tournament. Okay, now we resign, though. Alright. Expecting probably control Galakron, because we've played that recently too, it's pretty good. We can recommend it. We made a video on it too. Let's kick everything here.
I was about to say, do we keep it our way? But I think strength is more important.
Yeah.
We basically redraw like a very similar hand.
Not good. Not very good. We need some of the starting cards. We need this, the strength numbers. We need the breath, overgrowth. We haven't got those so far much.
The thing is, even if we draw breath, we don't have a dragon. Well, now we do have a dragon, but you know.
Dragons usually just come naturally. If you got like 5-6 cards, you expect to have a dragon in there.
Well, yeah, but last time, the thing is, like, we can struggle. We've seen it happen, and
yeah. We haven't been very consistent with draws so far. That is definitely a bit of a problem with this deck.
And it seems to happen every time we play stuff on video too.
Yeah, I mean it's probably just a matter of this deck having a liability for that, which is something you have to consider if you want to play. I think if it works out, it might be one of the strongest decks in the meta. But you get major dry spells with this, whereas you have other decks where that tends to not happen as much.
Yeah, I was really hoping we were just gonna both keep hero powering, and in 10 turns he was gonna be dead, you know?
And then we just win and slap his face.
I was about to say either swipe face or Wrath, the 3-1 would have also been possible, but...
We swipe. We want to get like to the sort of 15-16 damage point where he thinks twice about tapping. Oh, we need some catalyst card quickly because he's got all his invocations. That's not it.
I mean, we do have a decent swipe if we want it, but...
Swipe the face?
Not what I thought, but we can do that, sure.
Let's do that.
Do we actually Wrath the 2-1 with the...
I was thinking that, but we're very poor on minions right now. We have to keep the innervate.
We can innervate next turn to play the very underpowered Mount Seller. Yeah. The thing with Mount Seller is if you don't have a spell at the same turn, it's kind of but...
It's not looking good. Very choppy curve. And the problem with specifically this deck is going to be twofold, right? You draw big stuff in the beginning when you can play, which also means you'll have a tendency to draw the small stuff later on when you don't need it anymore.
Worm or Explorer?
Let's get Explorer, I think. Play it again next turn. Maybe.
We could play it next turn, and then we could get on 8, get Mount Seller, Innervate Wrath going, potentially.
Yeah, or Tyrant. Okay, that's of course very good.
I think it's just Explorer again.
No, let's play Mount Seller, just Bog Beam Wrath, just try to make something happen.
We can't Wrath. We could
Innervate, I mean.
But That's why I was hoping we could get this one turn. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. See, like
Desert Hair right now is the bane of my existence.
I swear,
not even because of Mount.
It's Desert Hair.
Like I feel like it happens way too much for me with Witchy Lackeys. Like you'll evolve a 2-drop and it's like Desert Hair. It's like
Yeah.
And that pool is significantly larger. Like it seems like Cable Red is the perfect Witchy Lackey target because it's a one mana. It's a 2-mana
one card itself makes it weak.
But like Desert Hair, and then there's like the Pirate, which is like a 3-mana 2/2. It's like.
Wow, that's a very strong deck in this specific case. That's by Twin Tired, I guess.
Sadly, it's one off killing Kronks, but I suppose.
Yeah, nothing is going our way right now at all, unfortunately. We've been getting very, very unfortunate with this deck. I think this is better than. It's on average, it's better than it is for us right now. At least I want.
The thing is, we're facing a control deck, so we're still not in any threat of dying, and cards like Ysera and Strength in Numbers have the potential to still swing it at some point and just give us overwhelming board presence.
So knowing the Warlock, because I've of course played myself for the most part, I feel like it's very tough to come back against this.
I mean, the fact that we're taking big chunks of damage is also very worrying. Oh boy. I think Wrath for draw the Kronk seems very sensible.
Yeah, for sure. Probably do the same thing on the shield also. Or we could play the Explorer, but I don't think we can. Just hero power. Problem right now is really like sort of what I mentioned. We're basically at the top of the curve, and we're having to play setup turns now because we never got them early on. And as soon as the Galakron comes down, basically we don't have a method of, because we don't have the board, we don't really have a way of dealing with. If he hits modestly big demons, we need to resign. So that's something to keep in mind. This is a choppy curve, or a risky curve, I want to say.
Galakron is actually, that's still one off, yeah. So he might get greedy here, knowing that this is a bit of a like swing turn sort of a matchup.
I don't think so. Yeah. So now he's got it.
Yeah. The question then is, do we make the consistent plays, or do we make the plays that we hope have the
I mean, we have
potential?
to kind of make the Hail Mary play. We have to play Sarah, I think.
Because that's exactly what I was thinking about. Like, of course, playing something like Colossus is a very sensible play, but I think Ysera is like the one that could.
We have to play Ysera. Hopefully, he doesn't have lethal this turn, and we need to draw at least 4 portals. I think 3 or 4 portals and roll high.
I mean, it also depends a little bit if he plays Galakron this. Wait, actually, if he plays Galakron, he has to find 1 point of damage.
If he plays Galakron, we have problems.
I mean, he has Galakron. We know it. He played Kronks earlier. So, he has a full Galakron, so... The question is, does he have 1 point of damage in his 3 mana somewhere? Oh, hey, look, there is not Illidan.
It's Xavius.
The first Satyr.
Allegedly.
I mean, that's just what he's called. And the thing is, he doesn't have the mana for Hellfire.
Okay, that's also fine. All right, so we had absolutely no chance in this one. So, quick review. It was only 3 games, of course, on video that we played with this. Can't confirm the popularity of it at this point. It seems very liable to be very draw reliant, very very situational, which is not necessarily the like the high skill sort of deck that people tend to go to if they really want to maximize their opportunities, because it's very coincidental on what exactly you get. The curve, in my opinion, is a bit choppy because you end up with look at our deck trigger, for example. It really tells a story on what cards are grayed out and which aren't, right?
Yeah,
And considering we lost on turn 11, it's quite clear what happened.
The question is, can optimizations be made to potentially make it a little more consistent, and how much does it matter if you play enough games with it? Those are the two questions, in my opinion.
So I think we got a tough matchup with the warlock. We got an almost impossible matchup with the priest. That's to be considered. With the mage, we got a decent matchup. So I think we saw about an average of what you're expecting on ladder, especially on high ranks. Like you're looking at diamond, you're looking at legend, you're going to see a lot of the priests. So
yeah, but that's talking about opponents,
tough.
not talking about necessarily about the draws we had, which were pretty poor.
Yeah, no, our draws were of course were not.
You could potentially consider dropping like a Mount Seller for a second whelp or something, have it be a little more draw consistent. Mount Seller definitely seems like a bit of a weak point right now.
I'm not so convinced by the Mount Seller. I'm not really convinced by the Mount Seller at all, considering you run 2 of them also.
Yeah, so as I said, like, there's a second big old whelp, and all of a sudden you're a little more draw reliant. You have an early drop if you need it, for this deck early drop, if you need it potentially, and you have an extra draw in your deck. You can drop
also, you don't recruit this much. Do you need that many minions? Do you take the Mount Seller out and add Wild Growth, or something like an early game support? Just add a Brightwing or something. Just because...
I mean, the idea with not adding small minions is that obviously you could potentially get them in strength and numbers.
Right. You could end up getting them, but your majority of big minions is still there, and we drew almost all of them. Like, our hand was from turn 1 was full of big minions.
But yeah, that's what I said. Like, drop the weakest big minions, which is the Mount Seller for sure, and get a little bit of extra draw in there, get a little bit of extra ramp in there maybe, and then just, like, get going that way.
Yeah, I think we have to move the curve down a little bit just to be able to get into games. Because this game, we don't have to lose it all the time in this matchup. We probably will 60 to 65% of the time either way. But in this game, we put ourselves at a major handicap with just how tall our curve is, or how high it peaks out. And that's a problem. So this is one of the meta lists at the moment. This is sort of one of the most played lists. Doesn't feel consistent enough. At least I would not recommend it at a certain level of competition. When you're playing at higher ranks, doesn't seem like the way to go. I get that it can go on major hot streaks. If you keep getting the right stuff, that's what happens. But probably nothing to shoot for as of this moment. But if you played by yourself, you have more experience, please let us know. Maybe the adjustments you've kind of made to this and how it's worked out for you. We'd love to hear that. Let us know in the comments or on Discord if you want to join our server. Link is in the description. It's free, open to everybody, and we have a great community there. So if you decide to join that would be great. Hopefully we'll see you there soon, but we'll be back tomorrow with another one, and the day after that with another one, because we're trying decks right now to give you the best insight we can on what to play and what to ignore in this meta. This one, if I had to give it a star rating, probably 2 stars. It doesn't feel right, but we might have also just gotten very unfortunate. But we'll see you back tomorrow. Drop a like on the video, and JJ.
That's it.
That's it.